Hi everyone. I just wanted to go over a little bit of our freeze drying journey. So we got a freeze dryer last Sunday, and so we've been doing some freeze drying. I did some watermelon, apple, strawberries, corn, chicken, some elk meat, yogurt, marshmallows, ice cream sandwiches, Skittles, Jolly Ranchers, and bananas. So I just kind of wanted to show you some of the stuff that I've done. So this is the corn. This is the corn. And what I did is I blanched it, and then you cut it off the cob and put it in the freeze dryer. And it's really light and fluffy, and when you eat it, it's kind of powdery in your mouth, so it kind of gets it's really crispy. So it's really good. It's a nice healthy snack. It's kind of sweet, so I like that. And the other thing you can do is you can reconstitute it, so you can put it in soups. Or you can actually just take water and add it a little bit at a time if you want. And you can do hot water or cold water, and you let it sit. There's not really, you could measure. You could measure the amount of water that's in your product versus how much water is lost. So you would do that by pre-measuring or pre-weighing your food before it goes in the freeze dryer, and then weighing it when it comes out, and then you would do a comparison side by side about how much water you need. So usually you need, if you have 1 cup of dried product, you need about a cup to a cup and a half of water to reconstitute it. So I just kind of put a little bit the bottom of this, and we'll see how it is here in just a few minutes. The other thing, there are items that you can reconstitute. So this is chicken, and if you reconstitute the chicken, of course it'll taste just like the chicken it was before. You put it in the freeze dryer. So that is a piece of chicken, and you can tell, really crispy. And it doesn't mean it's crispy like crispy cooked crispy, but it's dry crispy. So that is what the chicken is. You can eat it just like this. Tastes pretty darn good. Or you can reconstitute it. So this would be about a tablespoon of chicken, and you can reconstitute that with about 1 tablespoon of water. So I'm going to go ahead and reconstitute that here in my bowl. So I have it in here, and it's soaking it up rather nicely. So you would just let this set for a few minutes until it actually reconstitutes back. So this actually did not take very long. It took all of that water. So as you can see, it took all the water. Almost every little drop, okay? And so when it's reconstituted, it's squishy, just like it was before. So when you rip it, it's chicken. So there it is. And it is nice and soft and ready to eat. You can warm it up, eat it with whatever side dish you want, or you can simply just add it to a meal. That is tasty. And it tastes just like it was when it went into the freeze dryer. So check this corn out. Takes a little longer, I think, for corn because it was so dry. Hot water would probably be better, but I can taste it. Still a little crunchy, so it needs a little bit more time or a tad bit more water. If I was to use it, I would probably use it in an actual recipe with soup or something. But I do like to eat it just freeze-dried. The other thing that you can reconstitute, I mean, I have several different types of meat. I have turkey and elk. So my boys go hunting, and this is one of their elk. So what we can do, let me get another dish. What we can do is measure it. So I like to just put it in a cup. So this is 1 teaspoon, or tablespoon actually. So this is probably going to be a teaspoon worth of meat, and then the same here. So this almost fills a whole tablespoon. So I will take this turkey with 1 tablespoon of water, and you can see how well it's actually absorbing that water. So almost all the way reconstituted. We'll leave that one set. And then our other one would be the elk. So this one I'm going to do not quite a full tablespoon. I will probably do about half of a tablespoon. Add it to my dish here. And this one is going to take a little bit longer to do. Your chicken and turkey, because it's such a lighter meat, does not take as long to reconstitute as maybe steak, beef, or any of your venison would take. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. The turkey, look at that. It's just like I cooked it. So the turkey reconstitutes really well along with the chicken. So things that I would not reconstitute, I will go ahead and show you while we wait for the elk. What I would not reconstitute, bananas. Bananas are one of those things that get very mushy. So you don't want to reconstitute these. This would just be a freeze-dried snack. So nice snap, nice and hard. It is nice and dry on the inside. So these are great snacks, not reconstituted. The other things I have here are yogurt. So yogurt. These are like little yogurt dots that I did. Let's see. Yogurt. You could reconstitute it, but it tastes really weird. It's kind of it's not yogurt like smooth and creamy, but these are a good snack. So yogurt is a good freeze-dry snack. Another one that's really weird, to reconstitute, are strawberries. So these are the freeze-dried strawberries. And what happens is, see how dry they are? What happens when you reconstitute them is they get really, really soft. And they are not like you get them out of the store, or you know, bring them home from the store and you slice them. They get really, really soggy. So these Strawberries are a good freeze-dried snack. The next thing that I did, marshmallows. So marshmallows are fun. These are the mini marshmallows. And these are a freeze-dried snack. These are not, do not reconstitute these. They don't reconstitute very well. They taste like marshmallows from Lucky Charms. So you can put them in cereal with some milk. But to actually reconstitute them to make marshmallows again, not a good idea. The next thing that does not reconstitute, and it won't ever, is freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches. So these are more like the ones you got when you were a kid and you went to space camp, astronaut food. So these actually, they dry really well, and basically they're just dry. So I'll pull off, there you go. So they're dry on the inside, but they taste amazing. So like a cookie. These are gonna be like a cookie. So you do not want to reconstitute ice cream sandwiches. The last thing that I have, and it's super fun and the kids love it, are Skittles. So these are the Skittles. They look like marbles. And what happens is the inside of the Skittle pops open, drying it, making it really crunchy and light and fluffy. And not chewy, but they taste just like Skittles. So those are the things that I have tried so far in my freeze dryer. What reconstitutes really well, and what you should just use as a snack. The last but not least is our elk, and it's reconstituted. Nice and squishy. Still a little bit on the back side here that could probably use a little bit more, but this would be great stews and things like that. So this is what a piece of elk would be. And then of course our check on our corn again, and now it is nice and soft. So it took a little bit extra. I would just drain off the water like you would for a can of corn, and you can use that in a recipe. I would recommend soup or something. So that is what we've been doing. It's been super fun. I've had a really good time with it, and trying all these different ways to prepare food and save food. I'm really looking forward to taking leftovers that I might have made way too much of and freeze drying them for later use, preferably camping, or in a pinch when we don't know what else we want to have for dinner. Super simple, easy meals that you can just reconstitute with a couple cups of water, hot water, and warm it up. So that has been my journey so far. I will do some more videos and post them about what we're doing and how we're packaging our food, and you know, how our food storage is going. So thank you guys so much. So like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.